Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for tuning in. Just had a chicken wing. Hopefully nothing is in my teeth. Um, I don't know where I left off in the last video because it cut abruptly right before I got to go into the cards. So I do have cards here to go through. I don't know if I should start with this or go into this little thing I was led to write today, or to go over the notes earlier because I don't know where I left off when the video cut. So one of the things here, let me put on my glasses. I hope you're doing well wherever it is you are, okay? And let me just say this, for those who may misconstrue what's happening here, what I'm saying here, I don't want you to ever think that this channel, See or Speak, or me, Tamika Jarrett, and any other alias that I may go by, is here to promote hate. This is not a hate channel. I don't do hate speech, but I do reverse psychology. You know, I do put up a mirror so you could see yourself and examine yourself. You could go through a process of self-reflection. That's what I do. So I'm not really trying to hurt anyone's feelings per se, but sometimes a person's feelings have to get hurt for there to be some push towards correction, etc., etc. Okay? But that doesn't take away from me requesting, demanding, desiring to fight a racist white woman, okay? Like, that has nothing to do with hate either. That is justice, the best way I think it could be served under the circumstances, because I'm not a killer and I don't want to kill anyone, but I want someone to feel at least a little bit of the pain of what that 14-year-old went through. And I think a white woman should offer herself up to feel some of that pain, because the white woman is the cause of that. You see, the white woman has a lot of power. She uses her power in evil ways, in destructive ways, but I must acknowledge that she is a powerful being and presence on the planet. She has the ability of galvanizing her community to support her madness. Okay, we have to keep that in mind, and we have historical data to back this up. Emmett Till is prima facie, though. Okay, it is a central case to show the nature of the white woman and the lengths that she could go to ruin not just an individual's life, but a family's life, a community's life, even the whole nation. If that white woman wants to ruin this world, she has the power to do so. Okay, and I'm aware of this. That's why I am ready to check her each and every time, because one thing a white woman cannot do is overpower me, a black woman. Yes, the black woman has a power to put the white woman back in her place. Okay, to let the white woman know, no, you are getting out of control. Okay, and if you don't stop, it's only going to be to her ruin. Okay, so Emmett Till's blood is still present, it still lives, it still speaks, it still cries out from the ground, because that was innocent blood that was shed, that was spilled, and somebody has to be responsible for that. Somebody has to take account for that. And if there's no one on that list of Chelsea Handler, Bianca Censori, Jennifer Lopez Cassie, Chanel West Coast, Iggy Azalea, the doctor here in Canada, and the nurse, we can even throw in Mariah the scientist. For some reason, she's a little bit sketchy, so let's add her to the list as well. One of you should volunteer. If you have a heart, if you know the story, volunteer yourself to feel just an iota of what that young boy, young man went through. Okay, because he was at a really liminal space. No longer a boy, not yet a man. You know, that space of discovery. And his life was snatched from him in a moment, in a twinkling of an eye. Imagine the terror that he went through. The fear to see men, grown men, white men, hounding him. Imagine that fear. I don't even want to cry right now, because I've been crying for days for Emmett Till. But just imagine the fright, the terror, how scared he was how he was crying out, probably pleading for his life, apologizing for whatever it was he has done. And they didn't hear him, they didn't care, they didn't stop. They had to kill him, otherwise they wouldn't be satisfied. Because there are some people who are not satisfied unless they spill blood. They would not have been satisfied if he survived. They would not have slept good at night. And they slept good at night for years, decades. Because they knew they would get away with it. And they knew that if the black community would ever come together and try to retaliate, that they had the forces and the weaponry to fight back. Because the truth is, they could only beat up kids with their hands, but when it comes to grown adult men, they need weapons, they need shields, because they're afraid of you, black man. That's why they have to lock you up in cages. That's why they love to use their white women to bait you. Yeah, they control you through their white woman. They send her in as a collector, okay, like a bill collector, as a dry cleaner, to take everything you got and bring it back to them, their community, their establishment, their industry, okay, to further enrich white supremacy. That's what they do, black men, okay? And I will reiterate this again. They are not worth going down for. I mean, I love Marilyn Monroe, beautiful, beautiful woman who happens to not be a black woman. But I have a lot of love and admiration for her because she wasn't a racist, number one.